We didn't know what to expect from La Paz, just that it was high up and barely ever mentioned in travel conversations. Most people skip it. They fly past it on their way to Machu Picchu or the Salt Flats, but we couldn't shake the feeling there was something here worth understanding. And so, we're in La Paz.
This city might just be one of the quirkiest, most overlooked cities in the Americas. The view from up here where we are right now, I mean, it's breathtaking.
You can see like a big snowy mountain over there, but that's not even the most impressive thing. You can hear all the sounds of the city.
It's crazy. Now, Martín, what's the name of this place that we're at right now?
It's called Mirador, Killi.
What a great place to get started and plot our adventures around this whole area.
Let's start this awesome journey.
At first glance, La Paz looks like it was designed in a rush. Streets are tangled, gondolas float overhead everywhere, buildings cling to cliffs. But the longer you look, the more it makes sense.
Right now we're getting into the touristic area of La Paz, starting with the Calle Jaén, which it has a lot of museums, souvenir shops, hostels, and also bars. It's beautiful. It's small, but it has its charm.
Everyone told us to take the gondola and visit the witches market, and we're planning on it, but we remembered our bus driver last night told us about a dish that is only served in the mid-morning. So when we saw a small crowd of locals around a food stand, we figured, this must be it.
Hola madre, qué buenos días.
Buen día.
¿Qué vendemos acá?
Hay relleno, tucumana, salteño.
Salteñas, me recomendaron esas.
Sí.
¿Qué está adentro?
Pollo.
Pollo.
Oh, okay.
Looks very, very good. Mamita querida.
The crust is like a little bit sweet. I was not expecting that. It's kind of like an empanada, packed with chicken, lots of juices. Looks like a little potato and vegetable.
Ooh.
Actually, you gotta be careful with the juice.
Yep.
This is delicious. I could get used to this. I think we like salteños.
Now I understand why everybody recommended it. I mean, being from Mexico, I love street food, and this one of my favorites in South America. We paid 650 Bolivianos each.
Which is less than $1
Less
right
than
now.
$1.
Can't beat it.
Full of flavor.
Bolivia has one of the highest percentages of indigenous identifying populations in the Americas, over 40% according to the census data. And that is front and center here at the National Museum of Ethnography and Folklore. The museum has thousands of artifacts from Bolivia's 36 indigenous groups, including textiles, tools, and musical instruments.
And just so you know, for foreigners, it's 35 Bolivianos to enter and 20 more in order to use the camera, which we are doing.
This wasn't on the itinerary for us originally, but I'm super glad we got to take a peek inside because I think that the indigenous roots of this country are so strong. So it's important to visit places like this that celebrate it, that you can learn more.
But you also don't need a museum to see Bolivia's identity on display. Just step outside. In La Paz, it's common to see women wearing traditional polleras and bowler hats, which are symbols of Aymara pride that were once used to discriminate, and now represent strength and resilience.
Many of these women, known as cholas or cholitas, have fought for access to education, political power, and public space, especially in a country where indigenous communities were historically excluded. Today, their presence in the street, in government, and even in sports like wrestling is not just accepted, it's celebrated. More on that later.
What are your first impressions here?
I think the city center especially is with a lot of movement, a lot of life. Everybody's walking, everybody going to work.
You know, you come in and you're like, wow, there's a lot of graffiti everywhere. This looks a little scary, but the people have been really warm. And from the people we've talked to, they said, it's safe.
That's right. First impression, I think it's a nice city. Everybody's treating us so good, and I cannot wait to check other spots in the city.
Yeah, right now we're heading towards a place called Las Brujas.
Las Brujas.
Las Brujas. This
That
is
means the witches.
It's my sister's favorite word in
yeah.
Spanish. She's
Hi,
constantly
Olivia.
bringing it up.
So it's called the Witches Market,
Yeah.
which isn't a market, it's just a couple of stores outside, but they sell very cool things. I
Yeah.
mean, we're gonna enter over there and check what they're selling and just having fun over here in the city center.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the souvenirs, but honestly, I'm holding out for something special that is near here that a lot of you travelers come to Bolivia just to find.
That's right.
all the yarn. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Lana?
Lana.
Lana, la lana. Tengo. Tú no tienes nada. Tengo 3 ovejas en una cabana. Una me da leche, otra me da lana, otra mantequilla para la semana.
Wow.
Yeah, they taught me that in Spanish class, and I remember my first Spanish class.
You don't know your wife.
That's how I remember the word lana, but I got it wrong.
Okay, 9 years together and I didn't know that. It's the first time I heard that.
But you aren't here for my Spanish slam poetry, are you? We're here to shop. And if you've ever traveled South America, you've definitely seen the backpackers wearing these custom Patagonia jackets. And guess what? They all get them here on Calle Sagarnaga. No, they aren't real. Yes, we probably are screwing our chances of ever working with Patagonia, but getting one of these jackets is a rite of passage in Bolivia. You can get the full thing custom made and delivered to your hostel within a few days, but I'm going for one of the pre-designed ones because my brain can't visualize anything more perfect than this one.
It's lunchtime, and after the restaurant we originally wanted to visit was already full, we decided to pivot to somewhere we found while walking.
I don't know what we're doing. We saw this restaurant. It could be hit or miss.
Okay, we're in restaurant Ichuri and it has a great view over here in the city center. Also, the nice thing about this restaurant is every single day has a different soup. Right now it's Monday, so we have peanut soup and also we ordered something else, but it's included everything for 35 Bolivianos. We also have a lemonade and includes a salad bar. Everything for about $5 each. It's a great deal.
The soup and pork we got were simple and delicious. After lunch we needed to move, and in La Paz, moving isn't always simple.
It's the highest capital city in the world, sitting at nearly 12,000 feet above sea level, so you're constantly out of breath. It's also built in a canyon, carved out over time by erosion. And when you stack neighborhoods on the walls of a canyon, traditional public transport just doesn't cut it.
So Bolivia got creative. La Paz introduced a network of gondola lines called Mi Teleférico. It started with just one line, but today it's the largest aerial cable car system in the world, connecting the city of La Paz with its neighbor, El Alto.
Locals use it every day to commute. For us, it's the perfect way to get a bird's eye view of how this city fits together. We're taking the red, silver, and yellow lines in a circuit, which is one of the best loops to see the contrast between the dense lower city and the high altitude sprawl above.
Gracias.
I'm very impressed how efficient, clean, and safe this is.
I have never seen a city that has like more than one Teleférico where it's like connected as a form of public transportation. You see it a lot when you travel to get like a good view, but for the people that actually get around this way, I'm surprised more cities that are this mountainous aren't doing this.
That's right. Yeah, and this one it has 11 different lines.
Yeah.
It would work very, very good.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Like every South American country, football is a sport to watch in Bolivia. Lucky for us, there's a game happening tonight.
But first we need food. Just outside the gates there was a stand selling sándwich de chola, crusty bread piled with slow roasted pork, a spicy ají sauce, fresh peppers, and creamy dressing.
I'm a firm believer that some of the best food can be found surrounding the local stadium of anywhere you're traveling, honestly. These are delicious. And how much was that?
I agree. 15 Bolivianos each.
Which is like $2?
$2.
Can't beat it.
It starts pouring rain, and we're not letting that stop us. This isn't a normal soccer match.
This one is special because this stadium, like during every single time that Bolivia plays in qualifications in the World Cup, to the World Cup, every single other South American country, they need to come over here, and they always complain because they need to play in this stadium that is 3,500 meters over the sea level, which is very difficult for every visitor. And they always play here. I think right now they're playing in another one, even higher in El Alto. It's a historical stadium that I really wanted to visit. So I'm very, very happy. We're watching the strongest player over here. And good thing we have covered seats.
The rain is no joke right now.
And you can learn a lot about local culture at a game. Like here you can bring your pan flute into the stadium. Who knew?
question for you guys. Have we convinced you to maybe consider coming to Bolivia yet?
If not, today we have 3 amazing activities that will totally convince you.
Yeah, I'm excited for today, and who had any idea that this was just outside the city center of La Paz?
We're gonna show you where we are.
Valle de la Luna.
In English, the name translates to Moon Valley, and the unique jagged spires of clay you find here are the result of centuries of wind and erosion. Scientists believe this otherworldly terrain is the result of millions of years of geological activity tied to the region's position along the Andes. It's all incredibly fragile and constantly changing. During the rainy season, parts of it even shift or collapse.
This looks crazy. Now I know why they call it the Valley of the Moon, el Valle de la Luna, because it looks like you're outside of the Earth. And it's easy to follow because it has this red path that you have to follow. Follow the path.
It's about 45 minutes, right?
That's right. And the cost is 20 bolivianos each person.
Bolivia is not one place many think of when they think of the great gastronomy of the world. I mean, before this video, how many regional dishes did you know from Bolivia? Do you see Bolivian restaurants abroad? Not really. So imagine our surprise when we find Cusco. This is restaurant number 38 on the top 50 restaurants in Latin America and number 1 in Bolivia. Klaus Meyer, co-founder of the 5-time #1 best restaurant in the world, Noma, opened this restaurant in 2013, and it's all about celebrating gastronomy amidst the Bolivian landscape. Think delicate slabs of alpaca served carpaccio style, tucked under a bed of roses, or alligator tail, paired with a melody of Amazonian fruits.
This was quite an experience, let me tell you guys that.
The menu will only list like the ingredients that are in the dish. They don't actually tell you how it's gonna be served to you. So it's always a surprise when things would come out. Like I never expected when I ordered a dessert with cacao, coffee, mushrooms, that the ice cream would be mushroom flavored.
That's right.
That when I ordered pork, tamarindo, and corn, it'd be served as a tamal.
That's right. Yeah. Also for me, I never imagined with the corn dish and peanut, it will be a soup. You know? I really like it. And this, it's also delicious.
Everything was amazing. I'm so glad we came here, and by US prices at least, it's very affordable. I think the starter was like $7, the main was like $15. For dining like this, come on. And I think there's some like ambassadors or something here. Some big, important people in suits, so it's a place you take to impress people.
It's totally recommended by tourists to local.
When you think of traditional Bolivian culture, you probably imagine mountains, markets, and maybe a pan flute or two. What you probably don't picture is women in colorful skirts and braids just beating the crap out of each other.
It's our last night in La Paz, and at the very last minute, we found this tour that takes you to see Cholitas wrestling.
Guys, I never expected to find this in Bolivia, let alone anywhere in our travels.
You're really gonna enjoy this.
There's no words, we're just gonna show you.
That's right. Speak for itself.
Cholitas wrestling started in the early 2000s as part of a larger movement of indigenous women reclaiming space in Bolivian society. That is a power move, a cultural protest in motion.
Y'all, this is crazy.
So what is La Paz like? There was a second we thought we knew, but now we aren't so sure. It's rebellious, but sometimes elegant. It does things differently, but also doesn't want to change. Some cities are easy to define, La Paz isn't, and maybe that's the point. Next week we leave the city behind and head into something even stranger, a desert made of salt. So long, travel well, and make the world your neighborhood.